It's your boy Brotherly, and I'm back with another Planet Coaster 2 video for you guys. And if it's your first time here, go ahead and subscribe to the channel because there's going to be plenty of episodes to build this park. And just like the other videos that I did, we're going to start from the top of the park because you guys may have not seen that last video. So if it's your first time here, let me show you guys around. We are at the front of the park. Not too much has happened here since my last video. I haven't really had time to come over here and fix things up. I still want to change the color of these railings. They're actually gray in real life. Surprisingly enough, I don't know when they spray painted them or they're doing their like remodel. Maybe since the Cedar Point merged, they got a little extra money, so they're doing things. And nothing has changed here yet, unfortunately. One day we will get to Hurricane Harbor. I promise you guys, one day we'll get there. Just not today. When they do that flume update and they kind of fix the physics, I'm definitely gonna start on one of the rides there. That will be the day that you guys will see Hurricane Harbor come through. So let's go through the main street. And also, so I don't know if I had these in the last video, but I added these little vases here. There's something similar in the park, like they're little trophy vases. I'm not too sure exactly what's going on there. I gotta double check on my next time to the park. Am I on the ground? I was on the ground. Okay, weird. All right, so nothing going on here. This will be the first building to get its interior on Main Street. I really want to go in there and deck things out. And if you guys have any suggestions, any workshop items that are good for souvenir and like really small size stuff I can throw in the shop, I'll definitely throw it in there. And these buildings are still the same. Can't wait to do this one. For some reason, this building is it's so nice to me. It's like a really cute building, and I just really want to get into the interior. This one, I might randomly just start working on this one. I don't know why I like this building so much, but maybe because it's where you get the, what are they called? Funnel cakes. Oh my god, y'all, the funnel cakes. Jesus, they're so good. I did a little tweak to the camera here, and I seen that in real life it has a little tilt to it, so now it looks like someone's like kind of tilting a little bit. I gotta double check if it's to the left or if it's to the right, but I think it's to the left the way I have it here. If you guys want this building, let me know. I'll put it on the workshop. It was like really easy to make, but if you guys want to use it, there it is. This gift shop has had no love. I'm going to get to you. It's just the construction and then the whole idea of this building, like the way that it works, really hurts my brain. So I'm leaving it alone because it's a very unorthodox building, as you can see. Like, just check things out. It looks like it's just going to be a square, which is easy enough to make, just like a square. But when you go to the corner here, there's like this weird triangle shape that sits on the edge of the building that allows you to enter in at this point. So that makes things very complicated, and you have to like do a lot of different scaling and planning out how that's going to work. And I still have to like go in and redo it so that you can actually walk through here. So I'm gonna have to redo each one of these panels here to like a 2-meter panel so that you can have like a door and the guests will walk through. And that's why I haven't done that, because this building itself, I swear it's gonna take me like at least 2 to 3 hours. Like Plaza Cafe in all, I think it took me probably like 4 hours. And that level of detail, I'm not going to do that on every single building, but this building has like been here since I think the park's opening, and it's very iconic. It's been so many different brands over the years, but it has to be here in the park in the way that it is. I might even change this window at some point because I want it to be even closer to what this building is. And then also there's some stairs that are supposed to be from this wall here and down over so that you can walk up here for some reason. I don't know if that's staffing stairs, but they wouldn't be functional in the game, so I don't think I'm gonna add them because it's like That'll probably be like 300 pieces just on that little stairs. And I need to save them for more things in the back of the park. And let's go take a bath. Oh yeah, we can't walk over there. I would say let's look back there, but so I started on the magic mover, y'all. It will be a partially functioning ride. So like if you guys want to ride it up the mountain, you can definitely ride it, but the guests will not be able to ride it. And I'm debating if I want to decorate the cart to be like the magic mover at Magic Mountain, but I'm sure that's also going to be heavy on the piece count. I'm pretty sure it's going to be like maybe at least 2,000 pieces to cover this whole thing up and make it look like that old school tram. So let's move forward. And I've done some tweaking to Revolution's track too, because I finished the carousel section, which I just skipped over. The carousel is done, but there's no carousel in there. And you guys know why there's no carousel in there? Because Frontier decided to rob us of a carousel and said, hey, if you want a carousel, you're gonna give us $18. So like, I don't know when I'm gonna go buy that DLC. I'm still debating on it. I feel like they may release a carousel just out of like good faith, because they need to get everybody back on deck, or back all hands in on the game, because the game is not doing good, as I hear, like as far as like players online. There's less players on here, or I should say there's more players on Planet Zoo than there are on their newest title, Planet Coaster 2, which is nothing to Zoo, which I never got into. It's just like your newest title should be doing better than your older titles. So that means there's something not connecting with their fans, and they need to do some tweaking to things. Like for one, please give us a carousel. Like, you know, give everybody that, you know, whoever bought the DLC like early, they got that one carousel, but the general public, everybody should have a free carousel. This just doesn't make any sense to me. Like, I'm gonna get it at some point. Maybe we can do like a little crowdfunding. I'm gonna put like a little sign here. I swear I'll put like PayPal or something, and then if you guys want to donate to the build, once the pot hits $18, I will buy that carousel, and then we will put it in there, and then I'll put your name in the park as like a credit that you contribute to the funding of the carousel, because that's how Frontier wanted us to do it. They want us to, and I don't know, maybe it's like if it's the $18 with, I think the game's like $45, then it ends up being like a full price game, which kind of makes sense. But enough of that. If you guys didn't see the last video, I think I may have put some new flowers here and like other stuff in this circle, which I'm still not done. But check this out, we got a little queue update. I don't know if I put this here in the last video, I don't think so, but this is like a system. I think they put the little chain here so that you can't just walk up to the queue and start cutting. So sometimes the queue will stretch all the way back here and you need to walk forward. And let's just take a little small walk up the path, and then we're up here. Let's take a look at the area. It's starting to come along nice. I really can't wait to get to Viper's area and the cafe right here. It's gonna be a lot of fun to get to that section, but I don't know if I added anything here. I think in the last video, I really don't remember, but I also added some beams up here with the little lights, so that during the nighttime when the train comes in, you can see the operations and see, whoa, we're getting some heavy bloom. This shit is, I can't see anything. This shit just got bright as hell. Yeah, I can't wait for the next update. There is some tweaking to need to be done to the this beautiful lighting system, but sometimes things just go wild. So let's take a look back here. I haven't actually just walked around and seen if all the pathways work. You guys should do that in your park. Just kind of like walk around and see if the paths actually work. There's a lot of bugs in the path where you just can't move sometimes. So from the last video, I noticed that this track piece was like extremely close, but now the camera is kind of a little bit above the ground, more so than the actual guest head. So with here, you couldn't jump and you still wouldn't be able to touch this in real life. I don't know exactly how close this is in real life, and I just really am done tweaking on the track, and it looks good to me, and it's beautiful. Where is the track? Where is she? Oh, she just pulled in. So yeah, and also what do you guys think about when the update comes? What if I take off the classic sports golf trains and put the new what is that, kind of like the Vekoma track on there? I think that would look nice on there. It will look more closer to what's going on today with the bubbly shape and the more modern car design. I'm gonna put it on there and see how it looks, but I really can't wait to like mess with those interchangeable cars. Okay, so let's take a little walk up here. So this whole section right here is still gonna get updated. I kind of just like freeformed this path. I think the elevation change needs to be a little bit more drastic. Ooh, getting stuck a little bit. Because I was noticing when I was down here from way over there by full throttle that you can see the corkscrews of Viper, and I just don't remember in real life if you can see that. I feel like there's a mountain that's supposed to be blocking. And there's a small mountain here. That's what's going on. There's a small hill that the cafe area is going to sit on, and that will block this view of Viper's corkscrews. So we're gonna go ahead and walk over here and take a look at Viper. This pathway will not be this close to Viper. It's really gonna be over there. This is like an old path I had going. Viper was like going through so many stages of construction, and I finally just gave in and just left it at what it is now. Like this loop here, forgive me on this shape, it looks like a potato, but I couldn't figure out how to get it to loop at a mirrored angle as this angle over here. For some reason on this coaster, since it has like track limits on it, even when you turn off the track limits, you still can't invert it at certain angles to a certain extent. Like, it's not the most forgiving at making vertical loops. So I almost just said screw it and use the default one. But when you do that, you're gonna have to have the track at almost a level surface like that, and then you can enter the loop. But this Viper is like one of the few looping roller coasters that has I would say, I don't even know what you want to call this, but just like a lift into the loop. So yeah, it was difficult, guys. I spent like legit 2 to 3 hours just on this loop. I could have had this whole entire section done, but this loop, I really wanted to do it justice, you guys, but until they send an update to where the track limits are really off and I can smooth the track out at any limit, this is just gonna look kind of the way that it is, because I'm done tweaking on it. Like, I really want to get past it. It was fun to make. It looks weird at this angle, but when you look at it at different angles, it looks right. So for the rest of the track, I just used the game's pre-made loops, which were a blessing. Like, I wish I could have just did it there, but the way that I don't know, maybe they need to change the way that you use the in-house loopings, or what you I can't even talk right now. They need to change the pre-made loops. I can't. They need to change the pre-saved loops, because like they're decent, but if we could just change the way that you enter and exit them, and they're not like completely restricted, you should be able to bend the track from the entry and the exit to any angle, and then at that point the pre-saved elements will be extremely useful. But at this moment they're like very limited, so it is what it is. So let's take a look over here. I think we're gonna have to get out of first person so we can see what is going on. with Viper over here. Okay, so take a look. So now what's going to happen is this path right here is going to get moved from this point here, and it's going to kind of swing this way like that over to Viper, and then we'll start to see it's like the pathway will probably come in, let's say like something about here, like I think it's like here. Yeah, the path will be like here, it'll go around, you'll go this way, you'll kind of rise, and then you'll be right here, and then you'll take a right, stairs will kick you up, 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 and then you'll be here, and you're back into the station. And then you exit on the side, make your way back down, and then there's going to be like a booth right here where you take the photos, where your photos taken, I should say. And then you have like a small little plaza, very small section that connects everything back together. And that's going to be that area. That's going to be so much easier than making this freaking loop. Oh my God, like I hate you, loop. But on the brighter side of things, this track length is 9 feet longer than what is the track length in real life, which is surprising because I felt like it looks really short. Like I felt like the length should have been stretched out longer, but it ended up coming out to be 9 feet longer than the actual real life fiber. And I think the only reason that it's giving me that extra 9 feet is because this is like 1 foot taller, and then like the entry into the station is a little bit longer, and I think that's where the extra like 9 feet is coming from. But honestly, it's almost, with the stats that it's saying, is really close to real life. And then what do you call this? Back. I forgot what it's called. This portion looks so nice. Like as I started to smooth it, it started to lose some of its shape here. It started to elongate a little bit more than I wanted it to, but it rides like nice. Like I made sure that, I might have to bank that a little bit harder to the right. That looks a little awkward, but back in the day, Aero stuff was very awkward. I wanted it to ride kind of janky. With the new camera system, it's kind of hard to make anything rough or feel like it's an old coaster. So I tried. And then we have the infamous double corkscrew, which same thing, like with using pre-saved elements, it's hard to enter them at anything but like a straight angle. So I tried my best to make sure that you can like enter this element and then have it in the right direction. So in the end, it's okay. I really should have tried to figure out how I could have got it to go straight down the middle. But when it exits going straight down the middle, this little section here doesn't line up with me being able to have the track swoop down left right in front of the station. It swoops down too much this way in front of the chain. Or I would say too far in front of the lift. It would be like way over here. But anyway, I like it. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think of it. It's not perfect at anywhere means perfect because the limitations that I'm having here. Like honestly, if I really wanted to make this like one for one or 1-to-1 scale, I would need to build the lift hill at a lower degree. But at this angle here, I was able to fit in X, and X is so far close to the border that this is almost impossible. Like it's almost getting out of the map. So until they give me or give us a bigger map size, things are kind of getting crammed in the corner here. So when I actually do build X, I'm gonna build it at an angle where maybe the angle of the lift is sharper so that I have more space going out back. I think it might not even be right now. I think that the angle might be too shallow. I really haven't looked at it. I made X, surprisingly. X is like a very easy ride to make. I did this in maybe like 10 minutes to make all of this. But right now it's just here so I can see where or how much I could have built Viper towards this way. Because if this is not here, then I would have kind of went too far with the brake run and things would have been not looking good for X. And I really wanted to keep X like out of all the rides here. Like Viper's an awesome ride, but X, it's experience. I wanted to make sure that it's accurate as possible with the fire and being able to dig around the sections and make sure that it looks like it's buried into the mountain. You guys know what I mean. If you've been to the ride, or if you've been to the park, it looks like it's kind of like tweaking out here. It looks like this section here is kind of like buried into the ground, and I need to make sure that I can get that effect to have this section look like it's scooping into the mountain. And then yeah, and all of this section over here is gonna be great because like everything in the back of the park, at least the way that it looks, it looks like it's gonna have no problem fitting. Like I feel like I may have built the map wrong because I feel like there's more space going this way than there was space going the opposite way. But I have no idea, and I can't flip things around now. But yeah, like I think I tried it. If this hole right here was from Goliath and I had everything going this way, but for some reason I think I changed the way the orientation of the map was because I didn't like these big hills behind Goliath. It just didn't look right and didn't feel right because I wanted to make you feel like you're in the park and Goliath in real life, in real life, Goliath's backdrop is not going to be the hills. It's going to be the hills are there, but they're really far. They're not like in front of your face. So let me show you now. If you look at the backdrop over here, you can see that Goliath has the hills, but they're further back there. And then also when they expand the map further out there, we'll be able to do the parking lot and etc. Because I know they're going to expand it. There's a lot of map out there and they can get to it. We just haven't gotten there in the process of the game. And you know what I'm thinking, guys? The way that this game is rolling out, I just got to consider this is beta time. This is just like early access. The game is not completely done. For instance, yeah, the game's not paused, but look what's going on here. What do we got? We got my workers taking a break here. They're just all sitting here looking at each other. I have no idea what's going on. They are, I don't know. What are you guys doing here? Like, what type of, he's hella happy to be here. Has the broom all in her face, and she don't care. She's happy to be in the broom. Yeah. So this is a problem, Frontier. If you see this video, can you help us out? Figure out why our staff are having a meeting in the middle of my plaza and they are like kind of like teamed up, red and blue. Like the red is like about to go fight the blue. They got problems. Mechanic has came over here to help. He got the box ready to go. He got the tool in there. He's ready, but they got a little bit more numbers, so I don't know what's gonna go down here. And then, yeah, that's a little issue. So, and then now we're back to the front of the park. Oof! Oh my god! This game is so beautiful. This park is so beautiful. I think I took out the little marble thing out the ground. I did. Yes, I did. See, I be doing things in this park and I don't even remember doing it, but I took out the little circle marble thing that I had in the middle of the pond. It was an eyesore. Now it looks more natural. I'm gonna put some little tubes right here where the water is coming out so that it looks like these are actual jets. That's how it is in the park. And then we are going to wrap this whole little section up. Let's look at the park one more time from a night perspective. Or should we do night? let's see what we're gonna do. Let's do, I like the little cotton candy skies. It'll get night as we're walking through. So let's go over to full throttle, because you guys didn't check out, if you weren't here in my last video, you don't know what's going on with full throttle. So full throttle is complete. Everything is looking nice. Let's go ahead and walk through here very quickly. Just hit our head. Let's get up here to this lift station. There's one going out now. I was thinking about giving full throttle a little upgrade and putting like little lights underneath the train, but I want to see how much parts are in the end game of everything coming together before I start doing like lights on everything, because lights can really slow down the performance of the game, and I feel like having them cycle around the track is really going to throw off performance while I'm like recording things. So let's get over here. Check it out. So I really haven't got to this section yet either, but this finishing full throttle gave me an idea of like where things need to line up and how much of ground clearance that I need to make for the path. And as we go this way, we're gonna make our way up. I think it's called Ninja Summit, or I forgot what it's called, but all this section here from Superman, which is going to be amazing to build. We're going to go here all the way up here, and then to this section up here where the tower is, observatory. And then also I'm going to start on the Magic Movers station up here. Sorry, I couldn't get this camera under control. So, and then also we get into Tatsu. I cannot wait to get to Tatsu. I don't know why you guys wanted to see Viper so much, but Tatsu, honestly, I feel like it's a beautiful coaster. Just like going in and out of the valleys of and the mountains, and just swooping in and out of over here and there. I've kind of already marked the sections where Tatsu's gonna be at, so that I don't mess up any of its track space. Like all this little dirt that you see here, these are like little lines where Tatsu needs to go, and that keeps me from building in its spot and knowing exactly, like if you see right here, this is where the pretzel loop is gonna go, and it's gonna have its last footer right by the revolution. Man, I got this thing so mapped out. It's literally like if I have blueprints and I'm constructing this thing, and it feels amazing to do it like this time, because I did the park in Planet Coaster 1 and I kind of just like eyeballed things, didn't really take it as serious as I'm doing it now. I just have like a finer eye for what I'm doing on this build. I'm not trying to make it one-to-one, but I do want to make it as accurate as I can do with my within my limitations, and without taking this like too serious to where it's uncomfortable to play, because I don't want to have a burnout with this park. I'm still really excited to play every single time. I don't want it to be in a situation where I got in like Knoxbury Farm. I felt like I was just building areas to build areas, and it felt like a job, and I wasn't enjoying it anymore. And I don't know why it came to that point. And with this, I don't know if it's the lighting system, but every single time I come into the game, I feel like really happy to build something. So I just want to keep that feeling going. And as long as I can keep that feeling going, things will look amazing. That's why we're getting what we're getting here. This is a pure enjoyment. I'm having fun with the game. I'm not too sure all the other experiences that everyone else is having. Like, I've had maybe one crash on the game since the game has come out, and that was because I was recording, like really pushing my computer. But just playing the game, I don't think I've had one crash. Like, it is a very demanding game, so I feel like if your computer the specs are not at par, like even the recommended specs are not the best, you really have to have a top of the line rig to play this game comfortably. Even I feel like I need to get a newer graphic card to really see this game's complete beauty. It's really pushing the line with things. This is looking photorealistic, and especially with this new lighting system with the, what do they call it? I forget the global illumination, which needs to be patched. The global illumination is intense in this game, and it's allowing sun rays to fly through windows and have everything have like a much more real life feel. So if you want to be able to play this game with all these things and these great beautiful sun flares, your rig has to be nice. And everything looks amazing, but it's right now I'm overclocking my computer just to even run it like this. And I feel like with more patches, this game will eventually be just like Planet Coaster and runs flawlessly. But until we get there, until we can get to that day, things will be a little choppy here and there, and things will get better. So I really hope that we can get to a more enjoyable game for everyone. And if you enjoyed this video today, I want you to get in your bag, go ahead and hit that like button, and reach out in the comment section. If you like what you see, say something. And if you want to see a certain section of the park come to life, go ahead and comment that. But I'm going to get out of here, and I'm going to start working on another section of the park. And in the next coming videos, I'm going to update you guys on Viper's Station and see how it works out. Hopefully it turns out nice. I think it's going to look great. I'm getting crammed in these sections here, but we're going to get to the bottom of this layout and figure out how we can make this look as close as possible. But alright guys, I will see you in the next one. It's been fun. I'll see you guys later. Peace.